Hey everyone, welcome to dubventures and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be about why we got into van life and what's changed over the years that we've been doing all the different things that we do. Some of you might know why we got into van life, but I'm just going to quickly tell the story of like how it all started for us. Now me and Brooke, we did a Cornwall road trip and we went in the car and we were staying in a cabin, weren't we?
Yeah.
And the thing is, we travelled during the night to sort of like avoid the traffic and everything. But when we got there, we arrived at about 7 o'clock in the morning, but they told us we couldn't check in till 4 in the afternoon. So what we did is we went and parked in the supermarket car park, didn't we? And
we was tired, we was hungry.
And it was warm as well and everything, you know, and we just basically had to sit in the campervan. And
in
what
the campervan.
In the campervan.
In the car.
We had to sit in the car, and what did you say?
Wouldn't it be good if we had a campervan? Because there was loads of campervans coming in and out of the supermarket car park.
At that point, I kind of thought, oh yeah, if we had a camper van, we could be chilling in that in the van. So after that holiday, kind of like, we spoke about it like quite a few times and then started saying things like, you know, we could do this, we could do that. And it was something that like we really liked the idea of. Getting to the point, we ended up selling our car and we basically bought a camper van, didn't we?
Yep.
Well, it wasn't a camper, it was a panel van that we decided that, you know, we was going to get converted to obviously travelling things. Now, the very first road trip that we ever did, it was like
different.
It was very different because we went to, I think it was, where was it?
We was going back to Cornwall to the log cabin, but we decided to test the camper van out before we had
this was in November.
The conversion done. We thought we'd book into a campsite one night, so we booked into it and we just had an inflatable bed and a duvet, no heater, no cooker, no nothing.
In November.
And it was was it about -7 or something?
Yeah, something like that. We woke up with ice on the inside of the windows, and you know.
And I was like, oh, is this what van's like?
This is van life. So we had the VWT5 camper van for a few years and we had a basic build, didn't we?
Yeah, we didn't have a kitchen or anything. It was literally
a rock and roll bed.
That was the full size of the van when we put it down. And
a heater. But do you know what? It worked for us because we used storage under the van and things, and you know, it worked for us.
We had electric put in it. So
and the heater.
So after a few years of obviously travelling around in our camper van, we decided that we wanted to change the layout. So we decided to start having a look into maybe doing a U-shaped conversion, etc. But then when we looked into prices, we also then decided to start looking into a bigger van.
So after looking into like different ways of doing things and that, we just made a decision that we knew that we wanted to get a bigger van. Now what we did is we sold the other one.
Well, basically what we was trying to do with the other one was do a conversion to create more space.
Exactly. And you know, not more space that we necessarily needed, it was more space that we wanted.
Exactly.
So anyway, the decision was made. It was going to get sort of like a van that was bigger and, you know, so we could like do more. And we decided to sell the other van, and we did, we sold it. But then after that, for like months and months, we didn't have a camper van or anything.
We
so
it.
I know, and that's when we realised that, like, you know, like we did miss not having a camper van. But eventually we got our Volkswagen crafted camper van. Now the very first thing that we did when we got our van is we got a leisure battery fitted and we got a diesel heater fitted, because like I said, on the other van, that's something that we didn't have for like probably about a year or two. It was about a year or two, but we realised that getting a heater was such a game changer of sort of like
look at how much
van
winter
life.
travel we've done recently.
Yeah, exactly, because even if you got a diesel heater, you could just have your block mattress in the back of your van, but you can still like go wild camping, even stay on campsites, you know, because if you've got your heater, that was the main thing. Yeah, definitely. One thing that we knew that we had to change when we got the VW Crafter that we've got now is that we wanted to get it done in a way where we had sort of like separate areas. So we've got like a lounge area, the bed area, and obviously a cooking area. Now in the VW-T5, yes, you can have all them sort of like areas in the van, but we never did,
because we had a full width rock and roll bed. Literally our bed space, our chilling space and our cooking space was all in the one place. And obviously you just trying to get around each other and having that bit of space and things, it just wasn't there.
It did work because we had our own system, because we had our own jobs.
It, and the memories we have in that van is amazing. I do not regret.
You don't need to get like a big van to enjoy van life, you know. That's something that I will say like right now, you know. But like we wanted to obviously like have like the different areas and everything.
Well, like
and
this here is obviously how Thor travels, where we sat now.
Yeah.
But then this also lies flat, so sometimes Tom sleeps down here, so I get more space upstairs. But on top of that, we turn it into a sofa.
Yeah, so
we
like a
can
lounge area.
Here.
Yeah. One of the main things that we sort of like when we designed our build, because we designed our own build, because there's not like a lot of like conversion companies out there that sort of like have something that's bespoke made for crafters. It was important for us to have the storage area, which we've got the garage space and everything.
Because one thing in our old van that was a bit that we didn't like in our old van was we had to climb under the bed all the time.
Pull
and we had to take
3 boxes out
different things
to get
out
2
to
boxes.
Get to something else.
Yeah.
Whereas when we designed this van, our specific thing was we wanted somewhere that was storage.
Access straight away.
Access, and we don't have to necessarily pull everything out of the back of the van to get to something that we need.
Yeah.
So another thing was, when we did this build, was the other one, we didn't want to have to keep pushing the seat up to make a bed, to put the seat up to make a bed. So we always ended up travelling around with the bed completely flat, and it was just a bed all the time. We never used it as a seat in our old camper van. But now we have a fixed bed, which is perfect because it's just there, and at night time you can just, from chilling down here, you can just get into bed, which is definitely one thing that we really wanted on that.
Yeah, it's a game changer that as well, isn't it? What is it? It's a
game changer.
One thing you will know if you've got a camper van, the conversion is never finished. There's always things that you want to add in things, and it's the same with our van. You know, we've got like a lot of things done, but there's still a lot of things that we want to do, and there's some certain modifications that we want to do. It's hard to get hold of modifications for a VW Crafter camper van, but they are coming in things.
So the biggest change for us is getting a bigger camper van, because now it's given us a new passion and a new lease on life to just explore more and to go more destinations.
Yeah, what we found is sort of like, you know, having like the different like say the different areas, like the lounge area and everything. When we travel, it makes it less stressful because we've got all the separate areas.
And in the old van, even though we did like a few weeks at a time travel, it was not as comfortable. You didn't have as much space, even though we enjoyed it, and I don't regret any of it. But now we've got this, it makes it more comfortable. It makes you want to do longer trips.
I don't think that like when we had the other camper van, the VW T5, I don't think at any point we ever said we're uncomfortable or anything. No. It was always like an idea to get a bigger van and things, but we never at any point ever said, oh, this doesn't work or anything. We had such a basic camper van,
but it
worked, and we had a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of places, you know, we met a lot of people and everything. So, you know, so if you are thinking about getting into van life, you know, yeah, you might want a big van, but you know, what do you need a bigger van for? You know, like a small van might work for you and things. And like I said, you know, and obviously we've got Thor, like our fur baby, and he comes everywhere with us. And even having a dog, like in the van, and he was comfortable and everything. So, you know, so if you think about getting into van life, you know, don't think that you do have to like jump to like a big van and that, because, you know, even though obviously we're glad that we've got this van, you know, because, you know, we're so passionate about it, you know, and we appreciate it and everything, you know, we appreciate having the van and everything. It's not something that you don't need to jump to a big van straight away if you're thinking about getting into van life. Another thing that we find that we've changed over the years about our camper van travels and things is it's the way that we cook. The way that we eat and things like that, because
we eat a lot better now.
Yeah, a few years ago we just used to buy things on the go, you know, and not cook in the van and that. But now, yeah, we actually cook like meals in the camper van. We do so much with our camper van, you know, and we get away as much as we can and everything. But do you know what? We feel that we don't do enough because we've got such a passion for it. Even after all these years, we want to do so much. And that's one of the reasons that we're travelling into Europe in a few months.
Yeah, we're doing a couple of months road trip, which will be our longest road trip.
Yeah. Another thing is as well, when we get to Europe, we are excited to sort of like see like the different cultures, the different foods and things. And this is why, like right now, anyone in Europe, sort of like France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria area, you know, if you guys watch us, send us a message if you've got like any suggestions or any ideas of different things that we could go and see, because what we want to do on this trip, we want to see things that are not like tourist type of things. We want to see like real villages, meet some like real people, you know, that are not there to like sell you something, and try
really
like the genuine food.
Cheese fondue.
Yeah, we're so excited to, like I said, you know, we want to meet like you guys on this trip. So like I said, if you're watching and you're in any of these areas, send us a comment or send us a message on Facebook or Instagram. One of the biggest changes that we've found in a sort of like our van life experience is the dubventures community that we've grown. We've got to know so many of you amazing people. We've met so many of you amazing people. We've become really good friends with some of you as well. Do you know what? And like our community, it just continues to grow, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We hope to meet more of you guys and obviously meet some of the people that live in Europe as well. And we just want to do more. We just want to do more, meet more people and do more things.
We're so passionate about it. And do you know what? I said it a few times, but do you know what? If you're thinking about getting into van life, do it. If you're in a position to do it, do it. One life, live it. Hit that subscribe button.
Hit the like button.
Until the next one, guys. Bye for now.